It's the building that was opened the year the franchise became known as the Titans. Welcome to Nissan Stadium in Nashville, Tennessee. The holidays have arrived. Thank you for spending a part of them with us. We're away in Week 16 on EA Sports. And he mishit this one badly. It's out of bounds short of the 40, and they're going to take over at that spot. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Running out of the gun with Mitchell. Through the temple. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Hey, look, Kate, you can't just ask one tackler to go mano-a-mano and stop this guy. You got to have the cavalry coming. One guy makes a hit, the others are there to clean up and pile on, because one-on-one, he's going to run right through you.
Nix with it on first. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he nearly takes it to the red zone before going out. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that'll be good for a Denver first. Mitchell gets it from the gun. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
Hey, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
From the 20 on 2nd down. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
On 3rd down, here's Nix. He's on the move. Passing struggles bleeding over from that last play. He's forced to get rid of this one.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. It's exactly what the secondary did, and it forces throwaway. Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to go. Yeah, and he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
Here's a return from the 7. He's got a lane up past the 30. The tackle's made, so this drive will begin at the 34-yard line. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Rolling, boys. Keep it rolling. Come on. Set. Let's go. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles. Scoring on this drive. I feel it.
Off the play fake, he's going to throw. To the sideline, and he's got it. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And the Titans will have a 1st down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory.
Let's go now.
Throwing now from the gun. That one doesn't find its man. Incomplete.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams would call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you've got to count on those being efficient and effective.
Second and 10 now. Throw reeled in by Allen. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Working quickly here. From the gun on third down. Complete beyond the marker.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target. Not on the same page with his tight end. And now it's second down.
Can't cover it much better than that really well-covered Kate on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call.
Here we go, set.
This is Allen on the give. And tough sledding for him. Only room to get it to the 30. Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
On the move, headed right. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Has a hole left, room to run. Hits the 20. And he takes this one back for the pick 6. Just tried a little bit too hard to get that third down conversion. Brock wanted so badly to keep that opening series going, and that one cost him.
Yeah, I think it's less, Kate, in this case about the throw and much more about crediting the defense who was ready and willing to be opportunistic, not just knock that ball away.
Yeah.
They wanted to take advantage of that opportunity, and they jumped on it.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. Fielded at the 7. He stopped on the return at the 27. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Let's end this drive with 6-0. We have an offense. Get to him, offense.
No give. It's Allen headed left. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Ball at 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Time to shine, fellas. Let's go. That's it. Keep the pressure on. Go.
It's Allen again. Well, he's going to be blocked down at the 42. 6 yards on the play and enough for first.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you could recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete. This one misses the tight end. So 2nd down coming up.
You know, he might complete 99 out of 100 of those short, simple routes to the tight ends. Even the shortest and simplest of throws, well, it's due to end up in a drop at some point.
Has him on the quick hitter. And they push this down to the opposing 40 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
I'm sure, Coach, the play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Shotgun handoff for Allen. This is ahead for about 5. Former first-rounder Devin Bush making the play. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. They send a man in motion. Here's 2nd and 5. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces 3rd down.
Well, the pressure, boy, that sped that whole play up. And it opened up a wide range of outcomes. A hurried throw almost ended up an interception. And that wasn't until after they almost brought him down behind the line for a sack.
Back to throw. It's another first down mistake. He's intercepted again. Riley Moss with the pick. And the Broncos have it now on his 8th pick of the year.
I know he started to play as a defender, but gosh, he looked good, didn't he? Running it back, he looked like a receiver navigating on that return. The way he saw the field, evaded obstacles, and he chewed up yardage in the open space. That'll make those offensive coaches and teammates proud. We've seen defensive players get touches on occasion. I think he just gave himself.
And he gets in. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Bates now for the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Broncos take a 3-possession lead. On now is Dixon to kick this one away. Kickoff taken at the 3. He stopped on the return at the 27. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Hey, boys, let's keep it up. Play here, take it to him.
Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Escapes the... He loses the football. And the Broncos corral it. And they stop him before he gets much on the return. Well, that didn't take long, Brock. One play, and they're back out there.
Well, that's how a defense can make you awfully happy as an offensive player, especially when you screw it up and you fumble. The defense picks up that offense and puts them right back on the field.
Now the first run of the game for Javonte Williams. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. First down play nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
Shotgun snap to Nix. Near the pylon. And all he needed was one more stride. He's at the 2-yard line.
We'll be in the game.
Defense.
Time for our 2nd quarter. Let's see if the Broncos can capitalize in the red zone. He has it on the QB sneak. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
That's all you could really expect from a sneak Cape one, maybe a couple yards. So in that way, their job was executed. But the play call, well, that leaves me and I think many scratching our heads.
They're lining up on the doorstep. Second and goal from inside the one. Steal. And he runs it across. Touchdown. The Broncos capitalize on the turnover and add to their lead. Bates now for the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Broncos make it a 24-point ball game. On now is Dixon to kick this one away. Has this at the 6. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Your game to win, offense!
Throwing from the gun. And down it goes. The Broncos got there. Offense in the hurry up here. Trying again, following the set. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. The defense calls a timeout, so that's their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the 1st half. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down.
Right there, we can do it!
Give to Allen out of the shotgun. And he'll have it up across the 20 on a decent pickup there. It's a gain of 5, but they still need a bunch here on 4th down.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. That's why they got the home run derby. But you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you can win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
And he hauls it in right near the 40-yard line. No return on that punt. And the Broncos get set to take over. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Here's Nix to throw. It is caught offside. And he's going to go down right along midfield stripe.
Well, things weren't about to end after the first hit or the second. This tight end had a vision for what he wanted to happen after the catch. He was going to take on all comers to try to make it a reality.
On 2nd down, Williams. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
They got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
3rd down, 1 yard to go. Out of the gun, it's Nix. Short pass caught by his tight end. He picks up 15 on the play. And the Broncos will have a 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Nix from the gun. 9-yard line. And he it down to the 8-yard line on the play. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. This throw is caught. It's a Denver touchdown. Ooh, baby, Brock. This one has gotten well out of hand.
You think so? I think this is utter domination. Going to be a lot of questions to be answered. I'm going to guess this is a press conference the coach isn't looking forward to.
On now is Dixon to kick this one away. Here's a return from the 7. He's got a lane up past the 30. Some good work on that return. Brock gets this up to the 33. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Up the middle, here goes Allen. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Offense up to the line fast. 2nd and 12 behind the sticks. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, 3rd down coming up.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
Garbage.
To the air, 3rd and long. Put some heat on this deep. They connect on the deep shot. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. That one hits for 30. And that'll be a Tennessee 1st down. Allen trying this straight ahead. And he gets this one down to the 30-yard line. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. It's a gain of 4. And the Titans will have a 1st down.
Ooh, I like that call. I really like it with those sticks. You can keep them on the sidelines, and you get more than enough to get the 1st down.
They go play action on 1st. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Riley Moss with the pick. Into the red zone. And it's a touchdown as he brings it back to the pick 6. Bates now for the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Broncos grow their lead yet again.
Keep it up. Keep it up.
Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. His return starts at the 5. With some trickery here on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Getting right back to it after that interception. Forced out to his right. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
You hear so many programs all around the league talk about it's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. And right there, he understood it's all about a ball, and I'm not going to risk a turnover wisely, throwing it away.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Off the play fake, he'll throw. No, they get him yet again. Pat Surtain has it. And the Broncos have it now on his 8th pick of the year. Well, Brock, it has been been a special day for this defense when it comes to forcing turnovers. Big play after big play, and that is their 4th interception of this contest.
Special for the defense and an absolute nightmare for a quarterback. 1 interception, it sticks with you all week long. But throwing 4, he probably wishes he could be anywhere else on earth other than this field right now.
On 1st and 10, here's Nix. Finds a seam down the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10. Up the gut they go, Williams. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there. Denver calls the second of its 3 timeouts. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. To throw. Here's Nix. Has it in close. Touchdown, Denver. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. He sure did.
On now is Dixon to kick this one away. Return coming from the 6. He stopped on the return at the 27. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. On the handoff, Allen. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next. He's back to throw. Short pass brought in. And he goes out close to that 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And that'll be a Tennessee 1st down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. So we're through 2 quarters now, still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate Scott, Brock Eward with you as we get back and see what the 2nd half has in store for us. On now is Dixon to kick this one away. Returning it from the 4. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. Get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Ready? Let's go now.
They'll come out throwing. Makes the grab and bounds offside. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
Special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. They run with Allen. And he'll get them enough for a first down.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, kid, if you want to take your shots. Some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No third down required now.
Pass play on 1st and 10. It's his running back. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line. From Clemson into that sack.
Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic. It's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you could depend on.
And this time they get to him early and stick him along the line of scrimmage. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Throw in on 3rd and long. Looking touchdown, but can't connect.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
The Titans going with a field goal unit here. This is a 35-yard look from the right hash. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And Brock, I'd say that's more of a moral victory than something that's really going to affect the deficit much.
You know, you look at that 3rd down play, looking back, and it really turns into a 3-point play. It's why situational work is so critical. Coaches talk about it all the time. Sure, you love the field goal, but man, they would have loved a touchdown more.
And this kick is going to go out of bounds. Oh, my. That's... Ball at the 40-yard line. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Here's Nix. That's complete. It's Javonte Williams. And he's stopped. Now we'll wait to hear what this flag is all about. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond.
No score, dude.
Running right is Williams. And there wasn't much he could do there. A small gain to the 43. They made it 3 yards on the totes. It'll bring up 2nd down.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
2nd and 10 now. He got it along the sideline, but just couldn't bring it in. Play, that's incomplete. We got 3rd down. Well, that didn't break out how they thought it would, and they're going to lose the first of their 3 timeouts for their trouble. On 3rd down, here's Nix. Oh, he put everything he had into that throw. Big gain downfield. It's a Denver touchdown. Bates now for the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Broncos continue piling onto this lead. On now is Dixon to kick this one away. Fielded at the 7. Good looking return here, and he's got room. And he brought this one almost to midfield before he's tackled.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
Good starting field position for the Titans. They've got it, 1st and 10. Throwing it to start this drive. And they pick him off again. And the Broncos get it back on his 6th interception of the season.
I don't know how many you could have next to you, Kate, that have been in this spot before, okay? I have thrown 5 interceptions in the game, and happened to be our rivalry game back in college. It was one of the most humbling, horrific experiences of my life. Please, coach, take this player out. We do not need to see another interception added to his ledger.
Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a 1st down.
From the 42, it's taken in by Williams. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. That's good for 7 yards. And that'll be good for a Denver 1st. They're set up at the 35 now. Throwing on 1st down, Nix. Brought in right side. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. The end result there, 15 yards and a 1st. Straight ahead with Williams. He's brought down a little short. No, that's what they do, give him the 10-yard line.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.